Hey guys, happy Sentinels Tuesday! Today we are taking a look at Odysseus, the time-lost prince, the newest hero from Paul Malco. Here is his profile. O hear ye of young Odysseus, heroic prince of Ithaca, cast ablaze upwards in time unto the year the men of that age called 2016. O hear of his epic odyssey amongst the gods and monsters and heroes of Union City. Prince Odysseus is taken by a time-traveling robot from Ithaca in ancient Greece to modern times. He fights alongside the Union of Heroes, the Returners, the Young Heroes, and many other modern superheroes. Trying to return home, Odysseus traveled through time and dimensions, venturing to the year 2084, the final wasteland, and visiting Megalopolis just before and during the events of Oblivion. With sword and shield and the fighting spirit of a bygone age, Odysseus is a mortal amongst gods, and as always, he perseveres, survives, and emerges as a hero above all. The fun thing about him, let's take another look at his character card, look at his I Love Megalopolis shirt. He seems to really enjoy being in the modern age, and he's kind of a celebrity, which is hilarious. His deck is a lot of fun. He will be taking on the Matriarch because I haven't fought her yet. There's a reason for that. I really hate her. Helping him are the 1929 Stranger, Equinox Lady of the Wood, and America's Greatest Legacy because Letters Page. Today we'll be returning to Vault 5 because I believe, with the last video, I have gone through all of the canon Sentinels and Cauldron environments, so we can go take a look at them again anytime that I'm not showing off a custom environment. We all know how the Bird Lady works. Let's do it. Darken the Sky, that's the first non-bird. Horde Cacophony, everybody take 2 sonic damage. Friggin' perfect. Okay, I really do not want to have Mark of the Bloodthorn, that would be really bad and dumb. Whispered Signs, draw 2 cards. Cripes, another Mark of the Bloodthorn. Oh hey, Mark of Breaking, yeah, we'll start with that. Mark of Breaking on the Matriarch. See if we can't make this one go real fast. And then his power is Soul Tap. The next time the stranger would deal himself damage, redirect it to another target. Because he doesn't have to take damage in order to keep his cards in play, he just has to deal it. Odysseus. Quick thinking. Increase damage dealt by hero targets by 1 until the end of the turn. This is kind of Odysseus' major thing, is bonuses that last for the turn. One player may play a card now. Nobody's really got any damaging cards other than Back Fist Strike, so we'll have him do 4, 5, 6 damage to the Matriarch. Actually, no, 5 damage to the Mask, or this will take all day. And then his power is increased damage dealt by hero targets by 1 until the end of the turn, so now it's +2. You may play a card, but it doesn't have anything that deals damage. Well, no, that's not true. Cast Away in Time. Destroy 3 ongoing environment cards. Odysseus deals himself and one other target X irreducible psychic damage, where X equals the number of cards destroyed this way. So that'll be 0 damage increased to 2 to the Mask and himself. That works. Draw a card. And now +2 goes away. Meta Rush. Card. Search for a season. I'm gonna go with Summer, lacking all other options. Hand shuffle my deck and I can play a card. Enchanted Clearing sounds like a good idea. Reduce damage to her by 1. Discard a card, you may play a card. I'll discard a Calm Before the Storm and play that Summer. Draw a card. Alright. Yeah, I think I'll start with Inspiring Presence. That's going to turn the Stranger probably into our big damage dealer until Lady of the Wood gets something. Alright, who wants to heal? Oh, okay. I will Gung-Ho Odysseus. He will use his power to increase damage by 1, and then play Homecoming. Draw 3 cards, reduce damage dealt to Odysseus by 1 until the start of your next turn, and immediately end your turn. Good timing. Draw a card. So this is kind of team support I'm running here. This is weird. The Coin That Strays. Oh, the first time this card enters play, select a player, treat this card as part of their deck for the rest of the game. When this card enters play, a hero from its deck deals themselves and one other target 1 psychic damage each and plays a card. Move this card beneath the top 2 cards of its deck. I guess I'm going to give this to the Stranger, because he will deal himself 2 damage, which he will then redirect to the Mask. Ooh, and take it out. Nice. And then he can deal 1 other target 2 psychic damage, becomes 3 to the Matriarch. That worked. Off to a good start. Okay, Unkindness of Ravens hits everyone except the lowest for 1, and the lowest is Lady, who wouldn't have taken 1 anyway. Odysseus soaks it. More birds. Oh, or not. That's fine. I'm really okay with that. Alright, start of his turn he hits himself for 2. That's worth it. Build roads. Glyph of Innervation. And draw a card. Glyph of Innervation is just power draw a card. Okay, so that's just for preventing damage. He will keep Soul Tap going because that's way more important. Draw a card. Aha! A Simple Spear. Power. Odysseus deals up to 2 targets 1 melee damage each, or he deals a target 3 projectile damage and destroys this card. So he can either stab some dudes or fling it. He will go ahead and do, so it's 1, increased to 2, 3 against the Matriarch, and 2 to the Carrion Fields. Now we're cooking. Suncast Mantle. Oh hey, Lady of the Wood deals herself 1 fire damage and 1 target 4 fire damage. Increase fire damage dealt by Lady of the Wood by 2. Okay, so that's 4 fire damage to herself reduced to 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7 to the Matriarch. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, excuse me. Yeah, 8 damage to the Matriarch. I'm okay with this. In fact, we may just have her keep on doing that. Let's save that flying smash. Heroic Interception hits himself for 4, and then we'll heal Lady of the Wood and have her use Suncast Mantle again. She's immune to damage, so she hits the Matriarch for 8 again. I don't care. I want her dead as soon as possible. Draw a card, Vault 5. Moment of Sanity. When this card enters play, destroy 2 ongoing cards. I'm going to drop Summer, I guess, and the Glyph. Heroes gain the following power. Power, discard an artifact. If you do, play a card or destroy an environment card, then destroy this card. Okay, that'll be useful probably when the Stranger gets his coin. Lowest is Lady of the Wood. Everybody else is immune, so Legacy takes 1. Bird. Okay, so we have all the carrion fields that we will ever need in play. That's great. I don't think Soul Tap will work while he's immune to damage, so we'll just deals no damage. Ooh, Mark of the Twisted Shadow. Yeah, let's put that next to Odysseus. Soul Tap, because we won't have to worry about that. Draw a card. Not limited. Okay, I'm going to play a Simple Spear, and I'm going to use the power on it to deal 3, 4, 5, 6 projectile damage to the Matriarch and destroy it. That's good. I got no problems with that. Ooh, Nobility of Dusk. Yeah. Okay, so she's not dealing stupid amounts of damage anymore, but she will use Suncast Mantle, hit herself for 1, because that's +1, -1, and then deal another target 4, 5, 6, 7 for Nobility of Dusk, 8. Okay, that's a much more reasonable way to deal 8 damage. Oh right, she didn't take any damage, I was wrong. Heroic Interception goes away. Thok. 3, 4, 5. Draw a card. And then we'll heal Lady of the Wood. And now she'll use Suncast Mantle, hit herself for 1, and 8 damage to the Matriarch. Fun. Vault 5. I have Foamerhead. This card enters play, a hero from its deck regains 4 hit points and deals each other hero target 1 infernal damage. Okay, that's not going to be Odysseus. Then move this card beneath the top 2 cards of its deck. I'm going to give that to Legacy, I think. So everybody else take 2. Oh, right, Odysseus does not have his -1 anymore. Only Lady. That'll be a good one for discarding for the thing. Okay, so lowest is Lady of the Wood, everybody else takes 1, and the Kettle of Vultures hits Lady of the Wood for 1. Horde Cacophony. 4 ongoing cards. Okay, Inspiring Presence. Mark of the Twisted Shadow. It's either Mark of Breaking or her stuff, and I would rather have Mark of Breaking, all things considered. That's not so bad. Everybody take 2. We're doing very well. She's almost dead, all things considered. Start of his turn, he deals himself 2 damage, except he redirects it to her and hits her for 3. So I'll play Glyph of Perception, and Soul Tap and draw a card. Oh yes, Besiege. Odysseus deals a target 2 melee damage. 3, 4 to her. Increased damage dealt to that target by 1 until the start of your next turn. Yeah. Team Support. Team Support. And then he will Spear for 1, 2, 3, 4 to her. 2 to one of these. Draw a card. I guess I'll play Spring, because else kind of sucks. And Suncast Mantle. She hits herself for 2, and does 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you know what? We don't have Inspiring Presence in place, so on to... She's been hit 3 times, so she still has 6 HP. That being said, Inspiring Presence. And then I will heal Odysseus with Gung Ho, and he will throw the spear doing 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to the Matriarch. Boom! 3 rounds and she's dead. So, yeah, Odysseus is a pretty neat hero, and playing him with Legacy is a ridiculous idea. Let's see what else he can do. From a Brutal Age. Increase all damage dealt to and by Odysseus by 1. End of your turn, you may discard a card. If you don't, draw a card and then destroy this card. Clever Plan. Search your deck or trash for a relic card and put it into play. If you search your deck, shuffle your deck. One player may use a power now. I can't remember what his relics do, which is why I didn't bother playing that. Instant Celebrity. Move an environment card and play to the bottom of the environment deck. You may draw a card. Challenge the single combat. I was waiting for a moment to use this, but I didn't have to. When this card enters play, place it next to a non-hero target. Prevent damage dealt by that target to all hero targets except to targets in your play area. Start of your turn, destroy this card. That's a very cool variant on Heroic Interception. Mortal Amongst Gods. The first time each turn Odysseus deals damage to a target with more HP than his current HP, you may draw a card. I really like that. I think it's a cool idea. Strike from the Shadows. Then of your turn, Odysseus deals a target 1 melee damage. At the start of your turn, discard a card to destroy this card. Not very heroic. Lone Survivor. If damage would reduce Odysseus to 0 or fewer HP. Prevent that damage and Odysseus regains X HP, where X is the amount of damage prevented this way, then destroy this card. That's a neat variant of the Aegis of Resurrection. Helm of Kings, here's one of his relics. When this card enters play, draw a card. You may use an additional power during your power phase, which is really good since, you know, he's got the power to increase his damage for the turn. Contest of the Bow. Odysseus deals up to 3 targets 0 irreducible projectile damage each, so this is a good one to play with your power. Any non-character target that takes damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of your next turn. So you basically have to play it with your power in order to get any use out of it. Trojan Horse, another relic, 6 HP. Whenever Odysseus would be dealt damage, redirect that damage to this card. After this card is destroyed, you may use power. On the move, power. Oh hey look, there's Wrangler. You may take an equipment card from your trash and put it into play. If you do not, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. And his last relic is the Trusty Shield. Whenever exactly 1 damage would be dealt to Odysseus, prevent that damage. That's why Adelphophage suggested that Odysseus would be good against the Matriarch. Turns out he didn't need this. Matriarch she saw the heroes coming and she was like, birds, and she died. Power is select a target until the start of your next turn, reduce damage dealt to that target by 1. Really cool. I hope that guy's name is White Lightning because that's just ridiculous and stupid and I love it. But that's Odysseus. He's a fun and well-rounded character. Oh, and you can find Odysseus, if I'm not mistaken, on Adelphophage's archives. He's got all of Paul Malkow's stuff. As always, thanks for watching. Tabletop Simulator, the Reaver, Sentinels, and Cauldron DLC, and Adelphophage's archives are not licensed to create the game's products. Please support the official release and flip.